Ladies and gentlemen, it's Premises 187, and here with me today I've got the brand new, freshly released Drift Ghost XL Pro. First things first, we're going to do a little unboxing, and I'm going to run through the many features that this camera has. And after that we'll get onto some ride footage, put it through its paces. The side of the box we can see we've got 4K 30 FPS, long battery life, and IPX7 waterproof, among many other things. Looking at the back of the box, we've got a bit more information. We've got a Sony 12 megapixel sensor, 140 degree wide angle lens. Oh, it's compatible with 256 gigabyte SD cards. Wow! Okay, let's open this bad boy up. Check it out, it's the same form factor as the Drift Stealth and the Drift Ghost X and Drift Ghost XL. Now we have a 4K sensor in there. It's nice to see they're still using the same locking mechanism. I've still got the mount on my helmet for this, so that makes things easier. As mentioned earlier, a small compact package. I'm a fan of the bullet cam design. We've got them big chunky buttons on the top, easy to operate when you're wearing gloves. And that's a pleasant sight. They've got a USB-C port now, so I can throw away my micro USB cable. It's nice to see they've marked the reset button with an R so you don't go poking the wrong hole. I'm going to open up the waterproof 3.5mm microphone port now. If you're not planning to run an external microphone, just leave this thing closed. So there it is, the threaded port, water resistant. Here we have the accessories box. Drift never holds back on these. They give you quite a bit. They give you the works. This is the microphone adapter. You can see the rubber O-ring there to keep the water out. We have a USB-C cable. And this looks to be a way to charge your camera using the 3.5mm jack. That's pretty cool. Okay, looking at the back of the camera, let's take a look at some of the settings we have. This is sometimes called DVR mode, where the camera will continuously record non-stop, and once the SD card fills up, it will go over the old footage. Video tagging is a personal favorite of mine. The camera will continuously record but not store the footage until you hit the button on top of the camera. Saves your SD card space. We've got Wi-Fi options here. So it's got Bluetooth mode, video stabilisation. We'll be checking this out in a bit. Field of view, it's between 140, 90 and 115. We've got a choice of a few video filters to help our situation. We're going to stick with the normal mode. Here we have microphone sensitivity. I don't think you know how happy I am to see this option. Speaker volume. And you could turn off all lighting on the Drift. I guess that's handy if you're going on a stealth undercover mission. And here we have clone mode. I believe this setting to be invaluable to somebody who's got multiple Drift cameras and runs them at the same time. What happens is it synchronizes all the cameras up, so when one stops, they all stop recording. They start recording together. Makes a video editing a hell of a lot easier, believe me. Okay, I think it's time to stop talking. Let's strap this bad boy on and then hit the road. Ladies and gentlemen, Premises 187, here we go. 4K, 30 frames, sample clip. This is a raw sample clip. No stabilisation, by the way. Currently testing the Drift Ghost S stabilisation. Doesn't work in 4K, it works in 2.7K, 30 frames per second. So here we have it. Bum bum. And here we are now. It's time for my final thoughts on the Drift Ghost XL Pro. This camera is jam-packed with features. We've got the 4K 30 FPS and the 1080p 120 frame recording, image stabilization, video tagging, the clone mode where you can connect up to 10 cameras, and let's not forget you don't have to pay for any extra special hardware to run a microphone to this. It's all in the box. I'm going to say the image quality is good, but it's certainly not the best on the market. But let's face it, the average person who buys a helmet camera isn't trying to get cinema level quality. They're buying it to back them up in case of an accident or maybe take a bit of holiday footage. One big reason to consider buying the Ghost XL Pro is for the convenience. Having a 7-hour battery out of the box is a massive plus. Remember, the best type of camera isn't just the one you have with you, but the one that also has enough battery to flip and record. If you're interested in buying the Ghost XL Pro, be sure to check out the Amazon link in the description. And as always, ride safe.